as a designer. We think about God having a particular plan, a particular reason, a purpose for his creations. And as scientists and mathematicians are finding out, chemists, biologists, archaeologists, and all the like are finding out that there are indeed scientific, mathematical distinctions and degrees of why our bodies were made in the way that they're made, why we have so much of one substance and not that much of another substance, why we require vitamins A, B, C, K, etc., why we need a spleen and an appendix, why the atmosphere has the elements that it has in it. Over the years, throughout the years, many people have discovered these scientific and mathematical elements and still don't quite understand all of the design, the purpose behind it. In fact, there are many people who will tell you today, oh, you don't really need an appendix. Just we'll take that out. Oh, you don't really need tonsils. That's okay. You can do without those. Well, they say that because they, for the most part, believe that. But I know of instances where a doctor or a scientist will come back later and say, oh my goodness, now we know why we had to have tonsils. Now I know why we had to have an appendix. Much research has been found over the last few years about those two organs in particular. So I want us to think about for tomorrow, and we will share some scriptures tomorrow that specifically talk about God as a designer versus God as a decorator. He didn't just come after the fact and find you laying on the beach somewhere and decide, oh, I'm going to now add some hair here, and I'll put an arm there and put a eye here and an eye there. And, by the way, then maybe I'll just call that a person. No. God's design was purposeful. You were purposeful. The plan he has for you is purposeful. You have a distinct character that he would want you to use and grow in for a particular purpose. Not just some haphazard finding on a beach or along the road. Not just some glob that appeared, washed up ashore. All of us are here for a purpose. We were designed uniquely for a purpose, or some of us, many purposes. And the design was thoughtful and involved much more science and mathematics and chemistry and biology than we could ever even think or imagine. And with that, I would ask you to join me tomorrow on Saturday, 3 p.m. for our live episode of Basically, It's Biblical. Have a good evening.